All right, YouTube, how we feeling tonight? Welcome back to Beyond the Box Score, and welcome back to the NBA. The 2025-26 season is finally tipping off, and tonight we've got two matchups to get things started. Normally, we'll go through the entire slate of games in one video, but for opening night, we're breaking things down game by game. In this one, we're diving into the Thunder vs. Rockets matchup, breaking down the spread, the total, and a few player props that might be worth keeping an eye on. Let's jump into it. The Oklahoma City Thunder come into this season as 7.5-point favorites against the Houston Rockets, with the total sitting at 227.5. OKC, of course, is fresh off a championship season and looking to defend their title. On the injury front, there's a lot to monitor on both sides. For Houston, Capella probable, Eason probable, Jason Tate questionable, Dorian Finney-Smith doubtful, and Fred VanVleet out, and yes, it looks like VanVleet could miss the entire season. On the Thunder side, Caruso, Isaiah Joe, and Mitchell are all questionable, while Jalen Williams, OKC's second best player, is also questionable, and Kenrich Williams has been ruled out. The Jalen Williams injury is the big one to keep an eye on throughout the day. That's a major piece that could swing both the rotation and the game flow. Now, the storyline everyone's watching: Kevin Durant making his debut for the Rockets. That's right, KD is in Houston, and this lineup looks massive on paper. Depending on which depth chart you look at, you're seeing Amen Thompson at the 1, Durant, Jabari Smith, Alperen Sengun, and Steven Adams rounding it out. That's a monster frontcourt. Meanwhile, OKC keeps things steady with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, if available, Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein holding down the paint. Let's talk total first, because this game screams defensive battle. According to last year's data from the Guy Boston Sports NBA dashboard, both teams were among the best defensive units in basketball. OKC allowed the third fewest points per game, and Houston allowed the sixth fewest. From a scoring perspective, both teams operated heavily in the paint and mid-range, and the Rockets took a ton of mid-range jumpers, something Durant fits right into. But here's the key: both teams defended those zones extremely well. OKC ranked number 1 in points in the paint allowed, and both defenses were strong in the restricted area and mid-range. Add in some rust from opening night, a championship hangover angle for OKC, and Durant still adjusting to his new system, and it feels like this could be an under-type game. That 227.5 total might look tempting for the over, but this matchup has all the makings of a grind-it-out, defensive tone setter to start the year. And don't get me wrong, we're not saying this is going to be some 65-59 type of game. There's too much offensive talent on both sides. Shai, Durant, Sengun, Chet, Jabari Smith, plenty of scorers. But stylistically, these teams clash in the interior, and both are elite at contesting shots around the rim and closing out on catch-and-shoot looks. Houston ranked as one of the league's best catch-and-shoot offenses last season, while OKC was one of the most effective defenses against those same types of looks. So, even when Houston tries to drive and kick out to shooters, OKC's closeouts should limit easy looks from beyond the arc. If there's one factor that could throw the under off, it's pace. The Thunder were a top 5 team in pace last season, especially at home. If they start running early, that could challenge Houston's massive lineup to keep up. But if the Rockets manage to slow things down, the under should still hold strong. Now, let's talk about the spread. Getting plus 7.5 points with Houston on opening night feels tempting, especially in what projects to be a slower game. If it's low scoring, those extra points could be gold. Plus, Durant gives Houston that one-on-one scoring option that can trade buckets with Shai down the stretch. Still, the under feels like the better angle overall. It's early in the season, so we're being conservative, but the defensive matchup and opening night rhythm both point that direction. Now, before getting into a few player props, quick mention: Underdog Fantasy has a Durant promo at 0.0 PRA points, rebounds, assists. All he needs is one stat to hit, and that's square cashes. Plus, new users can play $5 and get $100 in bonus entries instantly. That link's in the description and the pinned comment. If you're not taking advantage of that, you're leaving free money on the table. Now, for the props, let's start with Alperen Sengun over 8.5 rebounds. Last season, he hit that mark in 73% of all games, and on the road, that number jumped to 76%. Against OKC specifically, he's hit it in 3 of the last 4 meetings. The Thunder ranked bottom 10 in total rebounds allowed last year, especially against centers. Given the shot profiles, both teams like to attack the paint. This sets up perfectly for Sengun to clean the glass. You can grab that prop at around -125 odds right now, and the math checks out. In games without VanVleet last season, Sengun averaged 11.06 rebounds per game, compared to 10.4 overall. The other prop worth noting, Tari Eason under 14.5 points plus rebounds. It's listed at +100, which adds great value. The angle here is minutes. With Durant now in the rotation, plus Steven Adams back and Jabari Smith likely playing heavier minutes, Eason's playing time could drop. Last season, when he played 21 minutes or fewer, he stayed under this line in 79% of games, and under in 82% of games when it was 20 or fewer minutes. In 2 games against OKC last season, he stayed under this mark both times, posting 11 points plus rebounds in 24 minutes in one of them. If his usage dips early, this number feels inflated. Those are the 2 prop spots that stand out early. Keep an eye on Jalen Williams' status before betting any Thunder props. His availability changes a lot for that offense. Any additional plays or updates will be posted in the pinned comment, along with short notes explaining each pick. That's going to wrap it up for today's breakdown. I'm fired up for this NBA season, and this is just the beginning. Hit that like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we're going to be breaking down games every night all season long. Let's get it. I'll catch you in the next one, right here on Beyond the Box Score.